Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black, and let's take a look at what we got coming into the new week. SPY. It was real choppy in here for the last 3 days, but resolving towards the highs, and we're on that weekly. The 322 just haven't completed the compound 3 to take out these highs. Still working on it though, so it looks like we'll probably do that so far. Not getting negated, and that's going to go for the outside month again, so we'll see. Go to QQQ. And Q's trying to go for an outside month, just doji, and then you get inside week for the Q's, and what would that be? The delayed 3-2-1-2. If we can take it up, we're much closer to taking out those highs. If you go to the daily, it slightly took out these lows, but 4 days of just sideways in here, but did hold this gap up. So here's your broadening formation here. So looking to complete that. We'll see. If we go to Apple, just blasting into the skies, going to 3 trillion. So it is what it is, exhaustion risk. And there's, once again, that monthly 322 and still going. Sometimes they keep it going, and that's what your hopes for. Go to small cappers, doing nothing. Still stuck in this monthly range. You do have this, though, inside week, so nowhere near taking that out on either side. If you go to TLT, and TLT inside week, to see if they triangulate out and want to come back through all this stuff, you're closer to taking out those lows. And you can see that monthly tries to get above here, but now coming back in for slight triangulate out and triangulate out. We'll see if that comes back down off the inside week. If we go to the VXX, and VXX weekly, up she goes and down she goes, 2-2 back down. So it's potentially a good sign for the market. Remember that inside day, and then boom, down she goes. If we go to the diamonds and Dow Jones, once again choppy 3-day range, and then going out towards the highs of the week. So still looking to get that outside month here after poking down. And remember last week's 2-2 reversal back up. So these two become an outside bar of that. So the question is going to be strong enough to take all that stuff out. We'll see. You got IBM coming up here on the monthly, and 322 over 124.78. You're right around that, so we can keep an eye on that. And you got your lower level try here. Takes these guys out. Lower low, higher high. So we'll see if we can expand on that. If you go to Triple M been doing a whole bunch of nothing, but you got this on the weekly. You got these, the lower low and the higher highs to keep an eye on this weekly. And here on the monthly, see this potential 3-3 or 3-2-2 if that month ends like this, but plenty of month left, so we'll see. Go to transports, and IYT looking for the outside month as well. Weekly, slight 2-2 reversal up in there, and going out as an inside day on Friday, so we'll see. We've got CHRW took care of business last week, and that was real nice. We got a 2-2-2 hammer up, and what that did was reconfirm the monthly 3-2, 3-1-2 up, and you get a little bit more to take this out, 105.57. Not a lot of meat left on those bones, but sometimes they keep it going. If we get a FedEx, still looking for that outside month, watching this this thing here. It did go hammer week up. It just kind of sat there. Earnings coming out on Thursday, so that might have something to tell us. Rider Systems inside week, and so if it goes down, that would be monthly inside month to the downside and week to the downside. We're going to try and negate that month. Go to the XLU. XLU slowly chugging up here. You can see this. Triangulate out, and just slowly dipping, slowly moving higher. So we'll just watch that as it takes defensive posture. If the market comes in at all, although it's still looking strong, and because XLP is your definitive winner over there, and the defensive names going into new highs. If we go to gold, and gold gets stuck in here, and you got an inside week. Still looking to see if we can take that Rev Strat month to the downside. So it's right now just kind of sitting there, but we'll keep an eye on that. With GDX is also inside week, JNugger. So we'll see what comes of those guys. You've got AEM here as an inside week. near the recent lows. You've got RGLD here, also an inside week, and potential 222 monther if they want to take it down. GOLD here, looking for RevStrat month, and you're right there right now, and an inside week. So we'll see what comes of all those. If we go to XLE, not too much going on here again. Slight higher high in the week, and that was OIH. A little bit better yet last week with the Halliburton going hammer counter shooter. So we'll just watch a couple of the big movers with the inside weeks. CPE is one, and CLR. So we'll see if anything comes out of those guys. We go to the financials, FAS inside week. And remember, it broke the month, but then comes back into the range. So we'll see what comes of that. XLF. Not quite an inside week, but KRE was. And so that's the regional banks. So you got Bank of America, real tight range inside week. You've got Citicorp still stinking the joint up by going to the lows. JP Morgan goes inside week. So we'll see what comes out of those guys. Capital One, here's an inside week. So we'll see that with MA coming back through this try after last week's nice 2-2 reversal. Visa tries to come up off that 2-2 reversal as well, back into this old 3. So you can watch all those guys together and see how it goes. Go to XRT Retail. Also an inside week after triangling them out up here to see if it gets worse down into this. You got that monthly still flirting with the 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. If we go to Walmart, and Walmart inside week and still doji on the month. So we'll see what comes of that. If you go to Target, Target still having a rough time after higher high, and now coming back through all this stuff. And on your month, that's still the 322 down below this, 241.21. So we'll see. If we go to Costco, just trying to blast back towards the highs after earnings last week. Boom, that was real nice. So we'll see. A little exhaustion risk coming up there as well. If we go to Deckers, and Deckers weekly, Momo shoot to the downside, and if that kicks in, be 2-2 reversal down on the month. If you go to Lulu, still a 2-2 reversal down on the month, having some issues, and Williams Sonoma as well, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down on the month. If you go to the IBB, having some issues here, still 3-2 down in the month. XLV a little bit more interesting, trying to go towards the highs. In that IBB, you got SGen having all sorts of problems here and coming back through this range. So we'll see if they want to finish the machine gunner off and take all these guys out. Been real weak with AGIO here. Just, oof. You can see this, just steady stream of selling. So we'll see if that continues. If we go to NVAX, and NVAX, tough to get out of this week because you're dead in the middle. But if you do, you got a 3-2-2 if them Vaxxers start running. But you got some distance on that. You got Bristol Myers going shooter counters. Hammer if they want to bring in. Lilly, tight range on there. Still trying to see if that monthly RevStrat's going to continue. It's good right now, so we'll see. Like I said, XLV been the place to be because you had Johnny John last week take out that hammer like so, and coming back through here, and UNH gunning into the highs. And so with those guys, you got ANTM here trying to set up the RevStrat month, and Humana here also trying to do that on the 1 bar coming up. You can see that was real nice on that weekly here. Boom, 2-2 back through the range. So you got some more highs to go after Humana. If you go to Cigna, little tight, but you'll be able to see this on your weekly to keep an eye on the lower lows and the higher high try to see how it handles something like that. If we go to XLK, and XLK, the 3-2-2 and into the highs, and we know that's Apple and Microsoft, and Microsoft's got a little bit more room on that 3-2-2 month, 3-2-2. So Microsoft got a little bit more room to go if it wants to pull an Apple and go blasting into the highs. If we go to Facebook, Facebook inside week, And so you can see the higher highs here and the lower lows there, that try. And so the daily is going to look like this. Like so, dead in the middle of that, an inside week after completing magnitude on the monthly by taking out those lows and now coming back through. We'll see. If you go to Amazon, Amazon just stuck, still handily inside month. And stuck in this range here. Like so. Let's go to the weekly here. So an inside week. Yeah. So you're dead in the middle of that. You got some distance to take that out. Netflix, inside week, and hopefully you get the down sideways measured move and come back through all this. Because right now it's a 2 up, 2 down month. If you go to Google, and Goog just looking for another outside month. They're a little tight on the Googs, but we'll see. If you go to NVIDIA chopping them up a bit as well. It should handily an inside month. All right, and so now if you look at that weekly, you're like, how you can not be an inside week this week? Well, we're going to find out. If we go to Adobe, inside week here, and they have earnings coming out on Thursday, so we'll be aware of that. If we go to Akamai, still a doji on the month, but you are 3-1 on the weekly to see if anything comes out of that. If you go to Baba, inside week in the basement here, Baba, and a whole bunch of China going inside on the weeklies. You got JD, you got PDD, so a lot of inside weeks in the Chiners to see what they want to do. If you go to Etsy, weekly Momo shooter, and so we'll see, because on the monthly, it's still a 2-2 reversal, 3-2-2, and that's a ways down here too. That would be nice. If we go to FTNT, and coming back on the month and on the weekly, the 3-2-2. See if you can come out and take all those guys out. If you go to Net's still having all sorts of problems here, and monthly 2-2 reversal and still coming in. If we go to Overstock also the 2-2 reversal back through this range if they want to keep killing it. You hear me say triangle layout all the time. Here it is. Triangle layout, higher high, 2 up, and then boom, down she goes for 3 nice days to the downside. If we go to Corvo, outside day, but you can see here this. So you hear me say lower level triangle, because if you pull it out further, you'll see this. Good example of what that means. Here's your greater try, here's your lower level try to see if you can get through all this kind of stuff up into here after last week's 2-2 reversal week to the upside. So we'll see. If we go to Snow, inside week for Snow, see if they want to bring it up closer to taking out the highs. So we'll see. If we go to Twitter, also doji monther, but you do have the 3-1 set up on the weekly to see if they want to take that up. If you go to W is still having problems. Once again, triangle it out, and then boom, down she goes. Hits magnitude, but so far still going. Hammer, shooter, down, taking all these guys out. If you go to Zscaler, still red on the month, but if you go to the weekly, you'll see this, the 3-2 hammer. If they want to go 3-2-2 and bring it back up. Just a few more. We got those apes, AMC. Ooh. Inside week towards the recent lows, so let's see if they want to take them out. 3-2 down on the month, and trying to break that range and see if it can stay down there or triangulate back up. Beyond the meats from the inside quarter down list, still having some problems here. And once again, here's that triangle out, and then right back down. And we got the Momo shooter weekly if they want to keep puking the beyond the meats. If you go to DoorDash inside week, and that's 3-2 down on the month if they want to keep taking that down. And you got the little triangle out up into here to see if they want to come back through this range and take it out. If we go to DraftKings, and DraftKings close out as an inside week, so we'll see if there's any hope for the DraftKings off of that. IIPR inside week, and if it takes it to the downside, that's triggering your 2-2 reversal, actually 3-2-2 reversal on the monthly. If you want to bring that in. The Homebuilders have been ripping here, and it's been the strength with the XLP and going into the highs. So you've seen things like Toll Brothers and DHI going into the highs. So we'll see if things that are lagging want to join the party. KBH still has a lot more room to the highs, and Pulte Home. So we'll see if those guys want to come up with the rest of the gang. If we go to the Bitkerners, Mara, still 2 up, 2 down on the month. So you can watch that with the Bitcoin, obviously. If you go to Plug, still 2 up, 2 down on the month, and weekly. See the try here. Momo shoot if they want to come back through all this stuff. If we go to SEDG, there's a bunch of solars. Big range on the week, but still 3-2-2 on the month. So you can watch that as first solars, sun power, and all that kind of stuff. And Teslers. Teslers tried to take that 2-2 month, didn't take. If you go to the weekly, you'll see this. Middle of the range. You didn't make the lower low. That's good. So we'll see if they want to come back up through this stuff. If you go to the daily, it's kind of chopping around in here. And so has its higher high, its lower low. Now the question is the sub try with the higher high and lower low here, hammer to start off the week. So a lot of inside weeks. A lot of things have hit magnitude, but we'll see because there's a lot of inside weeks to keep an eye on. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith in the Black.